Well, hello, this is Dr. Stephen Ronzano, and I'm going to read my Word About Words editorial to you called Some Days Character is All We Have Left. When I was a small boy, the last thing I always remember my grandmother Josephine Ronzano saying to me as I left her house was, "Now be a good boy." She said this to me and my siblings every single time we left her home as long as I could remember. I believe the last time she said this to me, I was in my early 30s in 1991 or 1992. What impression did this have on me? Being good was important to my grandmother. And furthermore, being a good boy was a reflection of who I was, not just for my family and my grandmother, but to those who knew me at school, in the community, and later as I started to work with colleagues and bosses. That is when I started to realize some days character is all we have left. I now believe that is what my grandmother Josephine Marie Ronzano was trying to impress upon her grandchildren. Character is more important. We talk about character and ethics as well as morality in society. Where do we learn about ethics? Where do we learn about being good? In Britannica Dictionary, it says about ethics, example number 1, account noun, rules of behavior based on ideas about what is morally good and bad. The Protestant Puritan ethic, usually plural. Legal, medical ethics. Government, journalistic, professional ethics. His ethics are questionable. Some of the things he does may be morally wrong. The company has its own code of ethics, its own set of rules about good and bad behavior. Example number 2, ethics, non-count noun. An area of study that deals with ideas about what is good and bad behavior. A branch of philosophy dealing with what is morally right or wrong. Ethics is his chosen field of study. Example number 3, account noun. A belief that something is very important, usually singular, a peace ethic. People have a strong work ethic, a strong belief in the importance and value of work. I started working in a family restaurant in 1978, Luna Pizzeria, Italian restaurant in Clovis, California. It was owned by my adopted parents, Franco and Carmela Liberta, since they had opened it in 1969. Now my brothers David and Bert run the restaurant. We grew up there with my adopted sister, Mary Ellen. Plenty of friends were also hired there throughout the years to work the back room, washing dishes, bussing tables, and later as hosts or waiters. Being a good boy was also vitally important at the restaurant. The ethical atmosphere of the restaurant dictated many things. Most of all, it dictated if our customers would return week to week. Was our food good? Was the staff kind? Did we listen to the customers? Did we address their concerns and complaints with care and kindness? Basically, were we ethical? I can honestly say that we were the most ethical crew you could find at 349 Pulaski Avenue, or Franco and Carmela would kick our butts. Franco and Carmela were also concerned with much more than just the food or the service. They were concerned with how we all treated our customers. We were to treat them all with kindness, courtesy, as if they were our family for the hour or two that they were inside the restaurant. They too helped me, as well as everyone who worked there, to be good boys and girls in the moral and ethical sense. If something was wrong with a customer or their food, we were to do everything in our power to make it right. Sometimes this meant making the food again, or even paying for the customer's dinner that evening. When the restaurant would clear out, after we closed at 9:30, often Franco and Carmela would listen to their favorite Italian songs on the 45s and the jukebox we had in the corner of the restaurant. This jukebox later ended up in our game room years later at home. We loved that jukebox. One of the boys' favorite 45s in the jukebox was "Shut Up, You Face" by Joe Dolce. Carmela hated this song. Franca would just laugh as we played that 45 until we wore it out. However, this song did help us to remember the goodness of Mama Carmela. It taught us the ethical lesson of being good boys, too. Joe Dolce, shut up, you face. The link is there. Listen to it. Listen to it a lot. The chorus, what's the matter, you? Hey, gotta know respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's a not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up, you face. Shut up, you face. No longer plays in the restaurant, but David and Bert found some Italian CDs for the restaurant with Mom and Dad's favorite Italian songs, long after they have been gone. David and Bert still play these for themselves and the customers in the restaurant. Some days, character is all you've got left.